What is up, everybody? It's e.bjjcomicnut coming at you with another video. We have a great slapdown from William Shatner. He was going off on Twitter. Anyway, right after the intro. Alright guys, I look like I just came out from robbing somewhere because my hair's a mess. I just don't want to do it and it's really cold down here in the basement. Anyway, guys, William Shatner going at it with some SJWs, complaining that he is a straight cis white male. Everyone knows you can't mess with the Shatner, man. He was the first white male to ever kiss a African-American woman on TV.
But I'm not afraid. I am not afraid.
Not only that, he boned more aliens than anyone has ever boned in their lives. He's a freaking myth, man, legend. And on top of that, come on, he is Captain Kirk. You know what I'm saying? One of his famous sayings, come on, guys, goes like this. You know, the greatest danger facing us is ourselves. An irrational fear of the unknown. But there's no such thing as the unknown. Only things temporarily hidden, temporarily not understood. That was a shitty Shatner impression, but you got it. Anyway, guys, we really need to check out this Twitter feed where he was just breaking it down. So grow up, sweetie. William Shatner takes on a horde of SJW zombies, lecturing him about labels and being a straight, cis, white male. Come on. William Shatner never fails to enrage the alphabet people. Seems like Captain Kirk doesn't like them using a label to bully him. This is pretty exceptional. But then again, Shatner's feed usually is, he's always dropping bomb after bomb after bomb. Take a look and see if you can follow the insanity. I love this little article. Some need labels and categories to separate people in order to harass or debase them. The only time cis is used when referring to me is in that way. Do we need these labels in order to communicate? No. So those that use them when describing others are doing it for negative reasons. Which, true. I think they're just trying to bait and hook him in. But the dude is very intellectual. He's not going to let you just do that to him. Yes, they typically use it above. That's what the article says. This girl, Saket Rasra or Bastra, says, did you ever read the Dr. Seuss book about the star-bellied sneeches? It's like that. Most of us are star-bellied. Some of us are smooth-bellied, cis, trans. Nothing wrong with either one, just a little different from each other. And William Shatner says, how wonderful that Dr. Seuss did that. I, however, am not a sneech. So please don't put a label on me to define yourself. Is that not clear enough to people? Which, it's true. I don't want to be labeled. Don't throw a label on me because you need to classify yourself as something. We're all fucking human. And I think that's what the classification should be. Human. We have sexual orientation and then the rest are human. We understand that there are different humans within that category, but why do we need to we separate ourselves by categorizing ourselves? So what I mean by that is, okay, we're going to have cis over there. We're going to have trans over there and gay over there. That's fucked up, man. We're all human. Why don't we all just hang out and chill out together, man? And when it comes time to do the wanky panky, then you pick the person that's most like you with the same kind of wants and attractions. I don't know. That's too fucking simple though. I think you know what I'm saying. Sometimes the distinctions are useful, but we have more in common than whatever sets us apart. And that's what I just finished saying. But again, she's trying to put us in a box, in a label. William Shatner goes on to say, being Jewish in a Catholic section in Montreal, Canada, I was beat up as a kid for being Jew. I had distant relatives who died under the Nazis. I hope you can understand that I feel distinctions are labels and labels are dehumanizing. Am I clear? And then Rena Norfolkland says, cis people aren't oppressed for being cis. You're still cis no matter how many times you say it. And until cis people are stopped dehumanizing trans and non-binary people, you don't really need to determine the words we used to talk about our struggles. You're not talking about your fucking struggles with a label. You're again giving someone the ammunition to then diminish you as a human being. If you call yourself a human being, you're all inclusive. You are including every type of individual, whether they be gay, meaning bisexual. There's so many labels that I don't want to screw it up, but you get the picture. She, he, it says, she, he, it tries to press Shatner for being cis. Who are you to tell a person that you can use words of debasement against them? Because some unknown others, oh damn, did I just say that in one of his Star Trek quotes? I don't know. Maybe you rewind it and check it out. Because some unknown others use debasing words towards you. That has to be one of the most ignorant and child statements I've ever seen. Grow up and accept that you are contributing to your own issues. Boom! That is what I just said. Damn, I think like the captain. All right, so in case you can't see the tweet I replied to because the person protected their tweets, go figure they would fucking do that. You know what I'm saying? I start beef, but then I fucking run and hide. That's just not cool. All right, Bill, show me an example of someone being kicked out by their parents, beaten to death, chemically castrated, or otherwise oppressed because they were cisgender, because they felt comfortable with the gender they were assigned at birth. How about infant females put to death in cultures where males are preferred? LGBT teens who come out to unaccepting parents and are tossed out on the street or beat up or worse, etc. All of them are presumed to be under your label of cisgendered. Infant females put to death. In the comments, write the country, who you think it is. I know who it is. I think I know who it is anyway. And if you have any other type of ideas, put it in the comments below. Let's see if we all coincide with what country he is trying to drop that bomb on. You seriously think LGBT people are discriminated against because they're not trans? Why are you weighing in on queer oppression when you clearly know nothing about it or its history? Again, he's talking about the labels and the boxes that we put on ourselves are so limiting and they cause divide. I don't understand why people can't fucking really grasp that simple concept. Why are you weighing in on my tweets when it's clear you don't have a clue what the argument is about? And you jump to a conclusion and start a dog pile. And then this reminiscing feminist says, every time you tweet, you confirm what a bigoted bully you are. Now you're going after black trans women. Get the fuck out of here. That bullshit. You're basic for fucking trying to say that he was doing that shit. I fucking hate that. That shit just happened to me recently where I said something. It was completely taken out of context and they fucking ran with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I apologize for the situation, but I'm not gonna fucking keep apologizing about it. And I'm starting to get fucking agitated about that shit. And I'm about to send everybody to go fuck themselves. Anyway, let's keep going on because that's not what we're talking about. I'm sorry to bring that in. Amazing how I'm the bully when she responded to me. Also, why bring up skin color or the fact that she's trans? Does that make her different, or are there different rules of engagement to respond to her? Seems like all you were doing is trying to put a victim label on a bully. God, again, labels. All this shit with labels, man. We're fucking human. That's it. We have different sexual preferences, but we're all fucking human, so why separate this shit? I'm gonna keep fucking saying that. U.S. mail carrier dog costume. Mr. Shatner, sir, please stop with the transphobia. As a cis man, it's not your place to tell trans folk what is and is not offensive. Please listen respectfully or just don't reply to the couple people you feel are being mean. Star Trek is pro-trans, right? Fuck yeah, it is. It's pro everything. They broke all sorts of grounds on that shit. I hope you know the mess. I hope you knew the mess you were wading into, Bill. You have found one of the many groups these days who will label you with a horrible title if you disagree with them in the slightest way. That is how the Twitter mob works. Rational Grandpa, I'm gonna drop that again. I hope you knew the mess you were wading into, Bill. You have found one of the many groups these days who will label you with a horrible title if you disagree with them in the slightest ways. That is how the Twitter mobs work. I am in agreement with you for what value that holds. And it's just not this group. Every little pocket of Twitter fucking fanatics and all that bullshit and this camp here and that camp there and this camp here. You don't agree with me, son, go fuck yourself. And you don't go agree with me and I'm gonna fucking and you don't go agree with me, I'm gonna dox you. And you, man, fuck that shit, man. William Shatner, how am I being transphobic? I ask that people not use the label cis because it's only being used as a just divisive term of debasement and harassment. What I got back was, Bill, we have to call you that so we can define ourselves. That's a BS answer. If you need to use it, you're a troll. Bam. William Shatner got hands down knocking people out. I did not put a label on him. That'd be foolish to do so. The only fact they can derive is that I do not appreciate the term cis used to label others and myself. If that's going to cause them to call me names, then they are the ones with the issues, not me. Okay, so here's a great example of this. So you have a transgender individual who wants to be called transgender, right? Or cis, who wants to be called transgender, right? Which is fine. I don't agree with that. I don't think we should, again, I'll say it again, put labels on each other, but that's his prerogative, right? Then you have another transgender who doesn't want to be called transgender. They just want to be called fucking human. Basically, basically what he's saying is he doesn't want to be called cis, he wants to be called human. And you have to respect him for that. Why are you putting a label on him to define who the fuck you are? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Notice how you only objected to one of those descriptors and not the others, even when all are used in the exact same context. You ought to consider why that is. No, straight white cis man is the slur. That's how it's used most commonly in harassment, which I have to agree. I'm not a cis, but I do see where it is used as a derogatory statement or a label. The fact that they want to further call me rich, if that is a point of jealousy, let it be. No putting straight white cis. Boom. I mean, you can't mess with the Shat, man. The Shat is always going to one-up you. You know what I'm saying? This is the guy that was the first dude to kiss a black woman on TV, and they're judging him. This is the guy who boned a lot of aliens. His program or his show, Star Trek, attacked a lot of those situations that we are in today. You know, again, this is one of those situations where they just need to back the fuck up, because if they want to be called something or don't want to be called something, the table does turn both ways. I think that's how it says. The table turns both ways. I don't know. I've been getting those sayings wrong all day. I think the older you get, the worse the sayings get. Anyway, I want to thank everybody who has subbed, and if you haven't subbed, I hope this is the video where you go down there, you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, drop a comment, tell me, yo, e.bjjcomicnut, you're a shitty individual, I hate your videos, I don't care, tell me you love me, whatever you want to do, just do it in the comments. We can have a dialogue. I love dialogue. And I also want to appreciate everybody who is supporting us on the Patreon. And if you haven't done so and you want to, feel free. We have a link in the description below in order to support that as well. Man, guys, thank you. We are getting really close to that 10,000 mark. Another goal. It's going to be awesome, guys. I really appreciate it. And live long and prosper. Peace.